First full day of summer, which means a lot of pool time for the kids.
Dr. Jamie Friedman is here with ways to keep our little ones safe. Dr. Friedman, good morning.
Good morning.
It's somewhat sad that we have to keep having this conversation over and over again because the pools are around, the kids love the water, and it's a reminder to parents, we got to keep our eyes on these little ones. Why do we have so many injuries when it comes to the pool and kids? What happens?
Well, water is everywhere in San Diego, right? Everyone has a pool, we have the beach, and when everyone's gathered together, I think people assume someone else maybe is watching their child, but children are curious. You know, if you leave pool toys in the pool, a little child may is going to go running out and going to look for that toy, so they may end up in the pool. So they're just very curious. They don't, you know, you guys have kids, they don't always listen to when we tell them, don't do something, don't touch something.
And it's a matter of, when you go to somebody's house and they have a pool, or if you have your own pool, the only way to really prevent it is just to constantly keep your eyes on it, which we know is almost it's unrealistic to have your eyes constantly on a child. So what can parents do to maybe prevent a tragedy?
Well, the most important thing if you are around the water, if you have a young child, is constant supervision. As hard as it sounds, or have a buddy that you can take turns with, but constant supervision. Parents learning CPR is very important. And your children taking swim lessons is very important. Definitely 4 and above, but even younger. So all of those things are important. And then if you're not around the pool, but you have a pool at the home, there's a lot of things that you need to do to take important measures.
They often say children drown without a sound, so they don't splish and splash, they're not screaming. You don't really often will hear anything. They just fall and it's just quiet.
Right, they just go down under there. So when kids are splashing and screaming and playing around, you may be very nervous, and obviously you're going to be right on top of them to make sure they're okay. But you also want to watch for the kids who are under or staying under.
We have a pool at our home, and we have a big gate that has to be taken off and on, and it's quite inconvenient every single time. My husband always makes that face like, okay, we gotta do this again. But then I saw this incredible video. We showed this yesterday on the morning news. This little child was climbing. Look at that.
Yeah.
This was an unclimbable ladder. It was supposed to
They sell it as an unclimbable ladder.
Air quote.
Okay, but
right. So when you have, so that's an above ground pool. So like you're talking about with a built-in pool, you need to have a 4-foot fence, 4-foot high fence on every border with a self-latching gate. That is the law. That is the most important thing you do for your own kids, for your neighbor's kids. If the pool's at your house, even having an alarm on your outside door that dings when the kid opens the door to even just go outside is going to alert you. Okay. For an above ground pool, the laws aren't the same. You don't have to actually have a fence around it because there's an assumption you're going to drain the pool, which I think a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Plus, the sides are very soft for a lot of them, so kids can kind of squish into them and get into them, or you have a ladder like you saw that's easy to climb. So for an above ground pool, I would suggest putting a fence around it or draining it after each use if that's even possible.
It's that extra work. Get lazy, they don't want to do it, but that prevents a lot of these
It's very
problems.
dangerous,
some of the injuries, we talk about drowning a lot, but there are other injuries associated with pools. Kind of give me a list of those.
Yeah, this is why I can't sit at the community pool because I see injuries
You see it
everywhere.
all,
Kids are running, I assume they're going to fall and get a laceration on their chin. They're jumping into the pool, I assume they're going to hit their head. You know, kind of injuries we see are injuries of just playing, running, it's a wet surface, or getting a sunburn. Obviously, you can make sure your kid's wearing sunscreen and reapply. But the other thing you have to consider besides going under and drowning for a weak swimmer or an infant or a toddler is an older kid going down and getting stuck on the drain. So if you own a pool, make sure drain covers are there so that bathing suit parts, hair doesn't get stuck in the drain and hold them under because that can happen as well.
So much to worry about and so much to think about.
Yeah, but it's so much fun too. Like if you do it right, if you do it right, it's fun.
Yeah. And there is good data that for kids 1 and above, swim lessons can help them. Now, kids under 4 can't be independent swimmers. You still have to keep them in arm's reach, but it can make a difference. And drowning rates have gone down, so it's been helping.
It's like with what you do and what we do here. It's like I'm paranoid. It's like I'm like you. I go to the pool. I'm like, oh no. I see kids jumping off, and my kid the other day is taking swim lessons still, and they're supposed to jump from the thing into the pool. But my kid, for some reason, was just kind of like walking with the chin and the thing of the pool. Like, oh my God.
Constant heart attacks, yes.
Okay, Dr. Jamie, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. Good information.